Hello and welcome to Retro Reviews. Today I have some really fantastic news for gamers at large here. I was looking through articles and I came across Xbox lowering the prices of their games, which isn't technically true since they increased them. They said they were going to increase them in the future to $80 for their first party games, and they have since walked that back saying, yeah, I guess the Outer Wilds 2 probably isn't worth $80, which is hilarious in its own right. But that means that we won. That means that consumers actually voted with their wallets in a lot of ways, or voted with their voice, and have told Xbox that they're not going to pay $80 for their games. I don't know that many people that are going to be buying their games anyway. Game Pass is the way to play all of the first-party exclusives. People that love physical media just probably aren't going to pony up $80 for one of your first-party games because they're just, I don't know, they're not worth $80. People are still at the point where we're like $70 is the baseline, but it hasn't been that way for very long. So going back to 70, I still think is a lot, but you know, games haven't kept up with the price. Like, they should have gone up even higher. Realistically, way back in the day, we had like $50 games for quite a long time. So realistically, we should be at a higher price by now, but we just got to $70 a couple years ago. And so we're still sitting on that for a while. And it's a really good thing because I've seen a lot of people like poo-pooing the people's boycotting and saying we're not going to pay $80 for games and bringing up inflation, all those things. But the people, even in my own comments, saying like it's never going to change anything. Don't, like, it doesn't matter what we do. It does matter. Clearly, just backlash from fans saying they don't want to pay $80 for games has caused Xbox to walk back their $80 price tag. That's huge for us. That means that we can, in fact, show these corporations that we're not going to pay for their crap. We're not going to go with this. I still think that we can do it with Nintendo as well. They've only done one $80 game. Let's keep it at that way. Let's keep it at that point. Let's keep the train rolling. Don't buy $80 games. Don't go out and buy Mario Kart World. Don't do it until you get a good deal. I've seen them like buy, sell, trade. Saw one for $50. Almost picked it up. That's a much more acceptable price, especially again for a spin-off game. I'm not going to get into that again here, but don't buy an $80 game. Just don't do it. Games will go down in price. Even Switch 2 titles will go down. You will be able to find them buy, sell, trade secondhand for cheaper than their entry points. I've already seen DK Bonanza at $60 on buy, sell, trade. Just wait a minute, go out and buy them. Wait until you get a good deal because $80 is just not worth it. So consumers win here. It's a fantastic thing. We still haven't heard anything from Sony about raising prices, so I think that was maybe their plan was to actually just stick at the $70 price point. Who knows, maybe I'll be proven wrong, but I think it's a good sign that they never raised it to $80 because they're just as greedy as Xbox and Nintendo. So I was just surprised to see that. So, but this is nice. Xbox walking it back means there's more pressure on Sony to keep their games at $70, to stick it in Nintendo even further and say like, oh yeah, we're not going to $80. Nintendo, that's just all you. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully this is right now this is a big win for consumers, especially Xbox gamers. Like, I feel for you. If you got an Xbox Series X or you really like the Xbox brand and then they bumped the price up to $600 for a Series X, that sucks. You hate to see that as a person who enjoys the Xbox brand because that just means everything's getting more expensive for you. Huge win for you guys. Super happy here. This is a really big thing here. I'm really happy as well because I just think it'll be more healthy for the industry. If we're not used to $80 games already, that means it's better chance that Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't going to cost $100. just those things so that we get into the point where we're like slippery slope here. So again, big win for gamers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.